our third speaker, doing Icebreaker again. And she is the pleaser, Theresa.
Thank you.
Who's now got sterile hands. Okay.
I was born and raised in a small suburb in Los Angeles called La Cañada, and I was born into a very, very Italian family. My father was first generation Italian, and my mother was straight off the boat Southern Italian. I was programmed to please. I was programmed to self-sacrifice, to focus on everyone else's needs, to make everyone else happy, to make sure that everyone else was comfortable. That was a deep programming. Fast forward to 22. I was 22 years old, and I was driving with my dad. I was driving alone with my dad to the hospital, a rare event, alone with my dad. I was on the way to the hospital because my sister-in-law was having her first baby. And on the way to the hospital, another rare event, my dad asked me a question about myself. At that time, I was really excited, and he asked me, he said, "Theresa, so what do you want to do with your life?" And I was so excited that my dad actually had interest in me. I was 22, I was majoring in comparative politics, I was really passionate about the world, I was volunteering at a sea lion rescue, I was just passionate about helping. So I answered him with my passion, and I said, well, I want to travel the world, I want to help people, I want to work with wildlife conservation, I want to help children in need. And I was so excited to share this with him. And he turned to me and he said, well, where do you see a family in this? And I didn't really think about a family at that point. So I sat with that. And fast forward 3 years, I was 25, and my boyfriend at the time, out of the blue, asked me to marry him. And I hadn't thought about getting married. I didn't want to get married at 25. 3 weeks later, it took me 3 weeks to convince myself, because I knew that it would make everyone around me happy, especially my parents. 3 weeks later, I said yes. And so I was married at the age of 25. 7 years later, I was having my first child. I was working as a teacher. I was married and having my first child. Everyone was happy. My parents were proud to share what I was doing with my life. But I wasn't truly happy. I wasn't honoring my heart. So today I share with you this aspect that I realized about 1.5 years ago. I realized that this pleaser aspect that was groomed and was programmed into me during childhood, and I realized that that car ride when I was 22 was setting the tone for my life and for the way that I was living my life. And I realized that I had messages to share, and I had a way that I wanted to live, but that I was editing myself. Because the goal of the pleaser is to make sure that everyone around is comfortable and happy. And so messages that I knew that I was supposed to share with the world, that my heart is here to share, were being edited. My whole way of being was being edited. And this editing was also costing me physical ailments in the form of autoimmune and exhaustion. It's exhausting to hold in one's authentic expression, which is what I was doing and had been doing. So my commitment to myself and my commitment to you all is to be authentic and share my messages, even if they make you slightly uncomfortable, lovingly uncomfortable. And my heart brought me back to Toastmasters. And so I am here to share messages that will hopefully make you lovingly uncomfortable. Thank you. Oh, sorry. I didn't forget. Thanks.
Okay, so